Here's what's going on. Today we have William Perry, all right? And it's this theme team surge, and he's got 99, 97 speed, whatever. He gets gift wrap, gunslinger, sideline deadeye, pocket deadeye, truz, pass lead elite, anger runs. I think that's all for 4 AP. Part of me understands that it's May, basically about to be June. We're in endgame. All the discounted abilities, it does turn people away, right? Because when you check out all the discounted abilities and you're just like, okay, so now everybody gets everything. It's just like, it's just kind of frustrating. It just is, you know? Like, I'm still gonna enjoy this. I'm still gonna play. It's really not that big of a deal for me. But I know for certain people, this is very, very frustrating. For sure. Without a doubt. Oh, nope. He's just running all over us. So it is kind of tough because you have to try and, you know, realistically, what is that balance EA should have where like these cards are getting good and not? Because it is just tough, right? Because without the abilities, what makes the difference between some of these cards, and like why would I want some of these cards, right? So now we're at the point though, it's so far endgame that it's like all these cards are just going to be absolutely amazing, right? So like, what does it matter? I guess I don't know. I don't mind the out of position cards too much. I really don't. And there's a fumble. Please somebody pick it up. He does. Okay. It would be cool to have enough players though throughout the NFL history. Of course, you're going to give a Vic at a 90 overall and then, you know, or in the beginning of the year, and then you're going to sell him later in the year because, you know, that's just one way you can make a lot of money. I was kind of hoping that juke was going to work, you know. And I think he's going to quit here. Personally, when this promo comes out, like right now, today, I'm like, okay, I'm just kind of overwhelmed because I'm like, there's so many cards. Pretty much every single card is probably better than what I have on my team. So like, they're going to cost too much. Like, and so right now, it's almost like there's just so much. There's so much content that it's just kind of overwhelming. Right now, that's the only thing where I'm like, it's kind of overwhelming. Like, who do I want on my team? They all get team chems. Okay, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know who I want. You know, so many out of position cards. Oh, Tim Tebow's right-handed. He's going to be really good. I want to try him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot going on. I almost just like don't want to deal with it right now. You know, I'll just get to it later. But then once it starts to settle in a little bit and I get to figure out what's the best way to get surge points so you can spend them and things like that so you don't waste a ton of money, things like that, right? Tons of stuff, right? You know, oh, William Perry. Oh, William. If you come out and you go, okay, Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, like a Jaden Daniels, a RG3, oh my goodness, what a throw. And okay, so to use all the abilities that I would want. That was fresh. Oh my gosh, and he scored off of that. That sucked. And people could say whatever they want about Cut. Yes, it does have less discounted abilities, but Cut still has platinum abilities, and they have Takeoff, and they have Motherfluffin. I don't know what other ones are really, really good. I know Takeoff is a really, really good one, though, especially, you know, for the wide receivers. It's just, okay, maybe it's, you know what? Maybe it's a better system. I could agree with that, but it's still not a perfect system by any means, right? In a perfect world, right, you would just have no abilities at all, but the problem is also is the way EA makes their game is completely based off of players having ability. You know, there's a lot. Now, fully focusing on the content, that's a crazy throw. Now, fully focusing on the content, I think William Perry is actually a pretty good quarterback. His release seems a little slow on certain things. For sure, but and there goes Derrick Henry. Yep, he's just the best. You know what I just realized? I do not have Master Tack on him or Backyard QB. I messed up when making this card. I have no Master Tack. Maybe I don't need Master Tack because how have I gone this whole game without using Master Tack and I haven't even realized it? Because I enjoy just playing the game, right? Before we get into this next game, I didn't realize they have a Gridiron Showdown. And I promise you, I'm playing this like crazy to make my coins. Let's go. First off, if you're at this point in the video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button for your boy, I much appreciate it. You know, just helps push out the YouTube videos. Now let's talk about William Perry himself. Listen, if you want to use William Perry, he's a good card. I don't see anything really wrong with it. Oh my gosh, this card sucks. I don't see anything with that with William Perry. He's a good card. He's not the best quarterback in the game. I think his release is a little slow. And obviously there's probably better options, but it is what it is. Now, in sometimes, oh my goodness. What a play. Oh, Brisker. Let's go. Oh, and Michael Irvin got him. Let's go. Beautiful. Are you already quitting? And Derrick Henry just absolutely cooked him. What a beautiful throw. Oh my goodness, what a catch. I'm just like, where are we drawing the line? And the line does need to be drawn somewhere, right? Right now, there is no line. Anybody in this game can get 99 speed. Anybody can be any position. There's no line. They will not go, that's a little too unrealistic. Not going to happen. So is that line drawn for Tom Brady? What speed do you think Tom Brady should have? Right? Like what do you think he should have? Because if it's super realistic, he should have 50 or 60 speed, no faster. Maybe 65. Maybe, just maybe he gets to 70 speed, but I doubt it, right? And then if you go, well, he should have 85, but like that's not realistic, but you want it realistic enough. And then, you know, like I said, you start going down that line and you're like, well, Tom Brady should have 65 speed. A lot of these defensive tackles and defensive ends should not have 99 speed. Maybe they have 90 speed, some guys, but probably not even that. They've got like maybe low 80s. And then if they have low 80 speed, like I said, you're just going to see Michael Vick running in the backfield forever because he's got 99 speed. And then if you go, well, okay, but Michael Vick's going to lose stamina. Those defensive linemen don't have as good cardio or stamina as Michael Vick, so they're going to be way more tired than Michael Vick is. What was that kick? What just happened? How did you only kick it that far? And I'm not saying I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. And I'm just saying it's a good thing I don't got to think about the answers, because that would be tough. What do you guys think an answer is, though? Like what do you think the answer is to, like, where that, oh my gosh, Derrick Henry just keeps catching this, like where that line should be drawn? You know what I'm saying? People are just going to use whatever card gives them the best benefit, right? Oh my goodness, somehow William Perry scored there. And I'm not gonna lie, in a perfect world, it would be awesome if they could find a way to make Tom Brady really useful, but he had 65 speed. And they had a way to make Michael Vick really useful, but you had to play a certain way and strategize and how I did this. And it's like, you know, and that would be really interesting. Or imagine, you know, what would be really interesting is like on defense, if it's like, okay, you know, I got these defensive linemen really good for pass rushing, but they're not great at stopping the run. So if I come up against an offense that's really built for running the ball, I'm going to have trouble with that. Yeah, in a perfect world, that would be awesome if we could do that, right? You know, I mean, you can kind of get that with like schemes where it's like, okay, the certain defense I run, its weakness is against a running offense. This guy's scheme is a running offense. Like, I get that, you know, so there's a little strategy in there, but it would be even crazier if that strategy could go into the team building aspect. And don't get me wrong, that would be awesome in a perfect world. All that would be cool, but we don't live in that perfect world. And so I like throwing Snoop Dogg at my middle linebacker and Anthony Adams at my cornerback and William Perry as my quarterback. You know, for the world that we live in, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it though. And another thing I'll say with the abilities and how overwhelming it is and all that, I cannot imagine for new players sometimes when you come in, how overwhelming sometimes that's got to be, because you're like, wait, what ability is the best? What do I want to use? And I got that to a very small degree when I tried to play cut, when I tried to go back to cut and play it for just a week. And I was like, okay, what cards do I use? What abilities do I need? Like, okay, like, so don't get this guy, because even though he looks good on the stats and looks decent, he's actually not that good of a card, right? And Madden takes what cut has and times that by 10, especially right now. So, and another thing is, I'm sure if they can figure out a good ability system, that obviously makes the game more enjoyable. You know, if more people enjoy how they're dealing with the abilities and not making everybody turn into like the best cards in the world or whatever, I get that. But William Perry, not going to stay on the squad because of his release, but honestly, a really good quarterback still. And I'll catch you guys next time.